It's Week 13 of the National Football League. And we've got Breece Hall, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Thunderbirds and the Bills on Monday Night Prime Time.
We've all waited long enough to get here. It's time for some football as we welcome you to the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Here's Thomas Morstead out for the opening kick. And here we go on Monday Night Football. His return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a big old win last week.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
First tone of the game for James Cook. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. Running back sends in motion. Allen on 3rd down. He beams one deep right side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
You remember what he did last week? Kind of worked in support of and against at times a winning effort. You'll take the 3 touchdowns every single week and twice on Sunday. But all those turnovers, you can't have them. They eventually catch up to you. This time it was a win, but a repeat this week with all those mistakes, long odds.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's on target, Puka Nacua. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives them the first.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Second and 6 coming up here. Back to throw. That throw finds Conklin. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
From the gun, it's Hall. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Now looking to throw. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Third and long for him here. Touchdown! He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when he can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Thunderbirds will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball is headed to the 40. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. Cook trying this one up the gut. He'll cobble together a yard there. Hassan Reddick cleaning up that play. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Another one for Cook. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more...
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
The Thunderbirds and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And with the end of the season in sight, he's looking for a strong finish to capture that NFL rushing crown. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Throwing it again on 2nd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess. Even you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He takes this in on his side of midfield, and he's brought down before the return gets far. It's a 54-yard punt that time, and the Bills will take over possession. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They kick the running back in motion. First down throw for Allen. That's taken in by Samuel. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Finds his man, it's Keon Coleman. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out, and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
He'll get this to Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
On the move, headed right. He's running for it. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Pressure coming, it's Allen. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills reach pay dirt for the first time this game. And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. And he's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills tie this game 7-7. Bass now to kick this away. Starting from the 5. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Thunderbirds returning their offense and this running back to the field. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting second right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 34. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up third down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
To the air, third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at fourth down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Hey, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3-and-out.
The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
Offense to the line for second down. Another try following the sack. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Running back sent in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. Connects with Cook. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And it sets up 2nd down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Connection made to Coleman. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Sam Martin on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The offense headed back to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Conklin brings it in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Hall once more. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Looking to the air here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it with Hall, and he'll get them enough for a first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Make it a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
They're set up at the 35 now. Pass play on 1st and 10. He's on the move. Into the hands of Conklin. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give him a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On first down, here comes Hall. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
From the 18 on 2nd down. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Matt Milano in to pick it off. And the Bills take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Yeah. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
The Bills ready for their next series. Let out on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Allen. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Bass now to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Their offense ready to take the field now. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That throw finds Coughlin. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing from the gun here. Completed to his running back. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And they make this stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 3 now. Hall running between the tackles. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Hall there to haul it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll give him a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. This throw is cut. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Bass's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. Well, Brock, it only took them 1 play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Finds Kincaid. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 2. Nabs along that sideline. Samuel. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds. Give him 3 on that gain. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Again, it's Cook. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. 2 yards on the run, but a tough spot upcoming. We've got 3rd and 12.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
The Bills with the punt team out there. It'll be Sam Martin doing the honors. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And the fair catch made here at the 15. The Thunderbirds and this running back headed back out for a new series. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Good offenses Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They run. Here's Hall. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
At the 36-yard line.
They go right back to Hall. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And it'll give him a 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Able to hit Hall, complete. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 46. That's complete to Wilson. And they bring him down around the 34. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And they'll have 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage, to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking for a throw here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. But my hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He puts some power on it, deep one left. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this one hits first at the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. Allen now on 1st down. Dumped off to his running back. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. Second and 3 now. From the 27. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Throwing now on first down. Allen. Into the hands of Samuel. Complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Allen on the play action. Complete to Coleman. He's got to gain a 6 there. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. To throw again, it's Allen. Escapes the pocket. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. It's picked up by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Throwing now, following the turnover. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Pass play now. He throws a bullet deep to... He's got it at the 30. He does it. Touchdown. The Thunderbirds take the lead just before halftime. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Zerline on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Thunderbirds push their lead to 3. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Starting from the 5. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That brings us to the break. The Thunderbirds in the lead here in Toronto. Now from our neighbors to the north, we'll head back to the U.S. in Orlando. Got our EA Sports halftime report with Jonathan Coachman coming up.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports halftime report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the visiting Ravens who were able to come in and take this one on the road. Lamar Jackson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Saints find a way to stay alive in the playoff race, but at 5-7 now, they can't afford any more slip-ups to even have a chance. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown catch in the victory. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Pass now to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
They start the half with a give to Hall. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Finds his target, Hall. 16 yards on the play. And they're going to have a 1st down. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Juke the defender. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Finds him over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it.
And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll go right side with Hall. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Throw on 3rd down. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Bass's kick is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Has this at the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Bills set to take over offensively. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10. Here's Allen. Cook calls it in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
From the 42. Pass complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Samuel comes in motion left. On first down, Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Quincy Williams making the tackle. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Allen on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd and 3. He's got time. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Now they send their back in motion right. To the air, 3rd and long. Gets this to Kincaid. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, we'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Amendola able to put it through. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Fielded at the 7. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The home team, stand receiver Garrett Wilson back out to take possession. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. New set of downs for him at the 38. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's second down. They're throwing it. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Hall there to haul it in. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You know, Kate, that's exactly what that coverage was meant for. Make the quarterback throw it short, go up and rally, and get yourself off the field.
The Thunderbirds out and ready to punt. He's got it at the 24. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt reaches 50 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Now a give to Cook, running left. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Quincy Williams making the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Looking for a target. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. This one intended for the running back. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of him.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Their punter making his way out now. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. The home teams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Tackle made by Von Miller. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When you rush a passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10 now. Into traffic, complete. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Hall. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
At the 35-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They'll bring out the punter here.
Formation.
Thomas Morstead will kick it away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be their football. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing now on 1st down. Allen connects with Cook. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now Allen escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Another one for Cook. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run, well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Third and long for him here. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the 1st down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Here's a return from the 7. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. This offense making its way back out now. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They'll start this one out with Hall. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Throwing from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Pass play coming here. His pass caught by Nakua. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And it sets up first down. Only one quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. This game's still tied after 3, so we're going to decide things here in the fourth quarter. They'll come up 1st and 10. Coming right is Hall. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 24. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's a throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that brings up 4th and long. Important moment as they turn to Greg Zuerlein. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Oh, this is going to be close, and it's no good. He hooked it too far left. And we are still tied in the 4th.
Well, they got the chance to kick a potential game winner, Kate, and that's all that kicker wanted, a chance. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. And all he can hope now, tie game late here, is that his counterpart across the way, warming up in that kicking net, well, he doesn't get the chance to end it himself.
Allen now on 1st down. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Running back sent in motion left. Finds Kincaid. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll try the right side with Cook. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Here's 2nd and 11. Hits his running back. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Allen on 3rd and short. He's on the move.
offensively, the key to the success defensively right there was that blitz. With their initial push, able to generate so much pressure and get the sack before he could find any outlet.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Taylor rapping to pick that one off. And the Bills take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. He finds Kincaid. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Motion man sent left. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Pickup of 2 here. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
It's 1st downs like that, Kate, just with the toughness of these receivers that I can't help but think about some old school dudes. These playbooks have evolved so much in the NFL. Can you imagine some of the physical receivers back in the day and how badly they would have loved to play in the systems like this that just find a way time and again to put the ball in their hands? Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Again, Allen to the air. Cut near the goal line. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Allen going to throw again. Has it down close. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half and puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Bass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Bass now to kick this away. He fields it from the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This offense and their quarterback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They'll try and throw it here. Wilson on the slant. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that gives them the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept at breaking up those passes.
Couldn't connect on first, it's second down. Running this with Hall. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
He's dropping back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives them 1st and goal. Hall's going to try to smash his way in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain, and boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now, it's 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
Trying again, Hall. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Back-to-back runs, stop short, and now it leaves him with a big 3rd and goal.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
They'll run with Hall. They maybe get a yard there, still can't manage to run it in. That's going to bring up 4th and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. 1st down, didn't score. 2nd down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They'll run for it with Hall. And he's brought down for a loss. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
This is Cook. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. It's a gain of 4 there, and that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Biggest difference in the college NFL game, we know this, Kate, it's matchups. Right, that college game, so much more space with the wide hash marks. Not so much in the NFL. You've got to cultivate one-on-ones. cultivate matchups. Using the receiver as a runner, that was a matchup successful for this offense.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 16. That's taken in by Samuel. And this one does not go far. So now here's 3rd and 5. He'll throw it. Forced out to his right. And they give to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
So out now comes the punter. And they could elect to just take the safety here. Jukes out a one-stop. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. This offense... Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here he is to throw. That throw finds Coughlin. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Has room down the left sideline. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future. They had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Extra point up and good for Bass. And the Bills double their lead to 14.
Thunderbirds 20. Tyler Bass.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. New set of downs for him at the 38. Back to the air following the pick 6. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 2nd down. They'll throw it. It's caught. That's Mike Williams. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So the Bills going with a dime package now on 3rd down. To throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball. Serious.
And don't leave just yet, fans. He's got it for the touchdown. And there's still a small chance, Brock, that this one isn't over. Zerline on now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Thunderbirds chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Thunderbirds 27.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now this offense getting set to work here. Their lead's still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now, is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Toronto.